Other Lunky event earlier today. So big day in the Lunky racing community.
Yeah, that was Vlad's jam.
Yeah, the match with Vlad. It was Yandi versus Mike is my Ike today. Good stuff, very entertaining. And we've got an excellent group of runners here today to do some seeded AS+O.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see seeded AS+O. I've seen it being done a few times in like the Fight Club server by itself, but I'm curious to see what our racers can do.
Yeah, totally. I did some casual with these guys yesterday, and it's really a fun format. Not as easy as I would have thought to kind of remember the seed and use some of that to your advantage, but I'm sure these boys will be doing that. And yeah, what do you think kind of changes for you as far as like having a seeded race as opposed to the usual unseeded?
I think you really need to pay attention when you're going through your first and second zones for sure. It'll give you an advantage if you know you can bomb this like second layer to get into a fast third layer down, or a safe key route or something like that. You know, a jetpack in the top right corner or something. If you can find any one of those things, it's gonna help out the rest of your run.
Yeah, paying attention to the key on the first three seems pretty clutch, obviously. And then I was kind of thinking, you know, you kind of look for how easy it is to get 10K the first couple times through. Like you might not have to go off the main path very much for that. And then obviously the shotgun split, getting to the jungle, like you're immediately kind of starting to plan that already, I think, what your strategy is going to be for that. And really depends on the seed, because you get an amazing seed with a jetpack. We could see some sub 18s, sub 17s, maybe even. If you get some crummy bees with no shops and you got to go back to the mines to get a shotgun, it might take 30 minutes. So should be very interesting. I'm not sure if these guys are ready to go, but it looks like they might be.
Yeah, you see the brackets up on the stream here. We're gonna be seeing GruntingCrunchy versus InTol first, and then we got Maz and Groomp coming up afterwards, and then TNF and Sam wrapping up the racing group.
Yeah, just to tell everyone a little bit about the format. So we're gonna have these three first races. The three winners will obviously advance, and then we're gonna have the race off of the losers for one guy to get through to the semis there, and then it'll be single elimination to the finals.
Pretty straightforward.
So yeah, Crunchy and InTol first up. Crunchy's PB in AS+O is a 1934, and InTol's got a 2024, so close to that sub 20. Having raced with these guys yesterday, we were all saying, like, I think they can easily smash that time with a little grinding. InTol was winning yesterday. Crunchy's a really, really solid player. He could easily get a sub 18, I think.
Yeah, that's kind of the thing with AS+O. You really just kind of got to grind it until you get that good seed and put up a good time.
All right, here we go. Good luck, guys.
Yeah, they're off. And like any AS+O, you got to start with your tutorial. See that blackout glitch from both racers.
Little bit of, you know, sometimes it takes one or two to get that blackout glitch.
I found that it's way more difficult for me to do a blackout glitch if I am racing. You just got a little bit of that racing nerves and you're not focused on your inputs.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm sure TTF, you're happy to see we got a bun character already making an appearance in the tut here.
Yeah, it's good seeing those. I like them a lot. We got the new colors. The Grunting has got the rainbow bunny coming up.
Yeah, shout outs to Papa Neat for hooking that up for everybody.
Yeah, it was really kind for the community.
All right, so it looks like InTol's through the tut. Crunchy a little bit behind, but oh no, sorry, InTol's still got one more tut level there. All right, so Crunchy a little bit ahead coming through the tut.
Yeah, like you can kind of gauge a racer's skill set by how they handle the tutorial. There's a few different ways you can go about it.
So just in case anyone who's watching doesn't totally know the format, what these guys are going to be doing is a series of deliveries to the end of each zone, and you got to pay the tunnel man a price each time to unlock the shortcut to the zone. So first one starts out with the 1 bomb. Here, pretty easy. The first 3 are pretty straightforward. 1 bomb, 1 rope, and then 10,000 bucks.
Yes, it is pretty much every time there's an AS+O tournament. I really like this racing format. I'm new to the seeded part of it, but AS+O in general is really neat because it's like a sprint for the first third of the race, and then you have a little technical area where you got to get the shotgun, and then it's another sprint, and then a very technical run when you get to the key delivery. So you get to see a nice bit of skill all around.
Yeah, definitely. It's kind of been the standard race for the community for a long time, I think, going back way before I ever joined up. And oh, we saw that the key is right there on the main path, so that's nice.
Are racers allowed to screen watch? I didn't read the rules for this.
That's a good question, honestly. I think they are, but maybe Bronx will clarify in chat.
They are? Okay, good. You can get a lot of information from even just peeking over at your opponent. Maybe not like where like a key location is, but you can see like where they are in the run. If you can see the jungle, they're obviously, you know, into the jungle.
Yeah, and you know, if like, especially like on the longer split, the key split, like if you see that, you know, the person you're going against took a death, especially a late death, you kind of know you might be able to slow it down and employ some of those safety procedures to finish it off. So definitely strategy there.
They're both staying relatively even after that first bomb delivery.
Yeah, it looks like nothing too, you know, too difficult about this mines. So I'd be surprised to see him trip up too much.
You can already see GC finding a bit of a shortcut there in the mines, staying on the left side. Bombing through.
Yeah, that's another thing that, you know, like when you're doing regular runs, a lot of times you're saving your bombs for later in the run or for the Olmec fight. But with AS+O, I mean, bombing the shortcut, if you can recognize the way the subrooms kind of generate and see that going through 8 subrooms is going to take 15 seconds when you could just drop a bomb down, you got to spam those resources early.
Yeah, and there's our first death for InTol. Right at the 1-4 exit too, so that's like man, one of the worst places to die because you have to go through the whole zone again.
Yeah, if you're gonna be taking deaths, you kind of hope they're early in each segment. And you know, given the segmented nature, he doesn't have to go so far back, but that's kind of about as far back as you would have to go at a mines race. So early advantage to Crunchy here. Looks like he's on his way to the 10K. You gotta aim for about 2,500 a level, if my math checks out, I believe. And he looks like he's on his way. If he takes this idle here, he's got it.
Yeah, and that's kind of something when I'm running AS+O, I like to get it as soon as possible, which usually means going off the generated path. Because there have been times when you just don't get enough and you're stuck in 1-4 trying to find an extra 2,000 using bombs or ropes to get it, and it can be a real problem.
Yeah, for sure. Sometimes you like have to rob the shopkeeper, which isn't ideal. And then the best thing to kind of look for is like the pyramids that you can get that whip dupe on. Kind of hard to get consistently, but even just getting 1 or 2 of those goes a long way to hitting the 10K early.
Like GC is going to be into the jungle, so delivering 2 bombs, 2 ropes, and then like I was saying before, the technical part when you have to deliver the shotgun gets a little more spicy.
Yeah, so we got some Bs here in 2-2, and we do see that there's a shot, and you know, a cape and climbing gloves are actually pretty usable for trying to make the triple delivery, which we can talk about more when that goes down. But the gloves can get you up into the mothership. So honestly, like sometimes just gloves on a 2-4 shop is really not a bad setup for this. So I would guess they'll be robbing that shop on 2-2 is going to be the move.
That's right. Being seated mode, we know where the shops are, so shotgun's not that hard to find. That's pretty great. I like that.
Great. Yeah, I know. We'll see if we get any crazy seats with the troll where people have to go back to the mines, because that's always a reset when you're kind of doing it regularly.
Right.
But racing, you know, and then like yesterday we had one pop up where there was a jetpack shop on 1-2, and that actually might be worth going back for the shotgun, because then you can really make that triple delivery with the jetpack. So definitely interesting strategy around how that shotgun's gonna generate in these seeds.
Yeah, I really like that about the whole racing aspect. Instead of speed running, you gotta make what you have work. You can't just reset. But InTol's made it into the jungle and is pushing forward with these deliveries.
Yeah, they're both on 2-3. I didn't see. I guess did Crunchy catch a death there? Because they look like they're basically even now at this point, right? Both on 2 bombs, both in 2-3.
It looks like it. I haven't seen a visible black market yet either. I imagine that'd be a good bit of info. You can see it going through.
Yeah, for sure. I think you have to take I mean, obviously you go look at it if you see it, see if there's a jetpack in there. Because that's really the biggest thing that can speed one of these up. Jetpack on the shotgun split is just like really a lot of the top times have that as part of the run.
And GC took another death there in the jungle. But InTol, we got a first peek at the ice caves, and it started with a psychic presence. So there's a jetpack right there.
Nice. Yeah,
Gotta
I'm guessing.
spend a few bombs.
Yeah, I think we'll be seeing him trying to rob that after he makes that shotgun delivery. And InTol also did the kind of the first double delivery that you can do, where he went straight through the 10,000 split, straight into 2-bomb split without resetting, and that saves not as much time as you might kind of think. I believe someone told me it only saves like 6 or 7 seconds, but every little bit helps. And he's up on the 2 rope now, so he's kind of moved ahead. Crunchy's kind of having a little hard time with the jungle here.
Yeah, that double delivery is a no-go for me if I'm like short any resources, be it health or whatever I have to deliver, because might as well just reset and have full health, I guess, is my attitude towards it.
Oh yeah, definitely, and especially if you've used a bomb or two to shortcut, because you can get some really windy jungle layouts. Sometimes I'll kind of gauge like on that first glimpse at the jungle, like if it's a straight down, doesn't look like a tiki village, maybe make a calculated risk to keep going for it. But that's more in like PB grinding, not necessarily a race environment.
Oh no! Dropped the country right into that man-eater.
All right, so InTol on the shotgun split now. So let's see.
Oh, and again.
Oh no! The man trap OP.
And the shop was on 2-2 here, right?
Yeah, top of 2-2 right
away.
here. Okay, so it gets those gloves out of the way, actually. Definitely one of the more divisive items in the game as to whether you take them or not. I guess since he knows he's probably going to get a jetpack with the psychic presence, he doesn't have to necessarily worry about climbing up the mothership. Because if you don't have anything, you need at least a couple bombs to get into the side of that, because you got to save those 3 ropes. Or like some rope piles can work too. But if you don't get any of that stuff, climbing gloves can actually be okay.
So now is InTol gonna have a problem getting the jetpack only being at 3 bombs? Or are we just gonna hope we find bombs?
Oh yeah, that's a good point. I mean, he can't make the 3-bomb delivery if there aren't any more bombs, so I guess he could. Yeah, that is a risk. I mean, there's usually crates in the caves, but I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see. spending a lot of time with this drop here. Is the black market right here? What are we doing? Oh, did they drop?
I think he might have lost his shotgun there for a second.
Oh, okay. That makes more sense.
Oh, we got a glitch shoppy there too, so I think he actually gets the aggro on that, right? I didn't notice if he killed the shoppy or just robbed him. Alright, yeah, so he's gonna reset and just start the caves fresh. It's probably the right call. Crunchy's got his shotgun, so about 2 levels behind.
Imagine InTol's looking for a way into this mothership, but didn't find any. Or spaceship.
Yeah, and I mean, you know, the triple delivery is a huge time save, but the mothership can be a bit of a problem, and just getting a bunch of straight down ice caves levels that are nice can be pretty fast too, just doing the singles, so...
And GC gets the shotgun delivered.
Okay, so GC's gonna keep... Yeah. And he's got his 3 bombs, so he can at least do that, you know, without having to go back to the lobby there, so making up a little bit of time there. Oh, we do find a 3-4 crate with a few bombs in there, but no way of knowing that when you start at 3-1, so...
And looks like the shopkeeper is still activated for GruntingCrunchy. We got InTol with getting beamed there, but but did get the bomb deliveries in.
Yeah, man, that turret starts tracking you when you're way above it, and then the moment you get below it, it's just like pew pew.
Looks like GC's trying to figure out how to get in.
He's thinking about it. Yeah. He's going to go ahead and make the bomb delivery here at this exit.
Gamble for the ropes later. There was another crate on 3-4 below this bomb crate. I didn't see what was in it, though.
Yeah, there was. He goes ahead and just resets it there. And so he's 3 ropes. InTol just made the 3 ropes, so InTol's on the key split. And we saw the key was right on the main path, so holding about a 2-level... Well, I guess he's got about a 4-level lead now.
You know, with most key splits, we'll see racers kind of go out of their way to get more resources, make the run a bit safer.
Yeah, definitely. Even just getting those 6 bombs in the first level is really nice. Always maybe try to, you know, save a damsel or 2 if it's convenient. That little HP buffer.
Does InTol looks like they're searching a
seed retention? Like, yeah, I already forgot what level it's on. Oh, it's on 1-3.
Right.
even just watching, it's not always the easiest to remember. And I think, you know, you're just so used to in Lunky, like the seed is just changing constantly, and you know, I've never really paid much attention to it, to be honest.
Right.
So it definitely changes the calculus.
And there's the rope delivery for GruntingCrunchy going into the mothership again.
Yeah, still about 4 levels behind right on, so it's gonna either need a death or InTol to get tripped up on something, it looks like. Now, even making this key delivery, the temple, as we know, is fun, and it's not always the easiest, though, although we do like to say it on your stream. So, you know, anything can happen in there. You take a late 4-3 def, Olmec, Zoo, Mummy, and two mummies in the hallway. Anubis is blocking something. Very easy to take a depth there. So Crunchy's still definitely just right in this.
And this wasn't the easiest of jungles either. We saw both racers take a few deaths. Also, Olmec Zoo is not seeded, correct?
Right. Yeah, I don't believe so. That's always changing. There's a couple other elements that aren't completely seeded that we were talking about. I guess like the contents of pots aren't necessarily in a seed, so you whip it on one and the gem. Next time you get an alien. Next time you get whatever. Other than that, though, I think for the most part it'll stay pretty consistent. But yeah, the zoo. I believe whether Olmec spawns enemies or not is a coin flip, is a 50-50, and it just rolls it every time, so.
That's fun. This worm's trying to steal GC's key.
Oh, no.
Yeah, coffin variants, I remember that being a thing. Or if you don't have all your characters unlocked, that can change things up.
Yeah, that changes the subrooms and some of the terrain that can generate. That's right. Yeah, I think because it's AS+O, they're starting from a blank save file, so that should be constant that they don't have anyone unlocked,
Yeah, that's true. Here we see InTol going for the jetpack this time, and I think that's valid, especially with the tempo coming up.
Yeah, absolutely. And then Crunchy kind of switched it up by going ahead and robbing that 2-2 shop to get the cape and the glove. So he's going to have exit keepers to deal with the rest of the way here. So calculated risk.
And InTol's having kind of a problem getting this bomb in there.
It's not always the easiest. It's kind of it's not something that you really do that often. And depending on the mammoths or just the way these lasers are, and then the pink donuts, they're actually more dangerous than Anubis's pink donuts because they actually move quite a lot faster. So yeah, he abandoned it. It was just like, all right, forget that. So that might have been the opening Crunchy needed there.
Yeah, a lot of time and resources spent there. Cape in Zone 3 always feels great.
Yeah, really nice in the ice caves, actually, especially if you get a compass with it, but very good item for the caves. And man, Crunchy's closing the gap here.
Yeah,
he's just about a level behind.
I think the problem here, though, is that Crunchy has Shopkeeper aggro or InTol does not, and that could be a difference at temple exits or just exits coming up here.
Yep. All right, we got our first racer into the temple. Pretty good pace, still under 20 here, so it looks like could get about a 22, which should be a solid race time to put down. All right, Crunchy's into the temple too, so about one level behind.
Didn't look like Anubis was too much of a problem.
Man, Crunchy's really making a charge here. He took a nice shortcut there on 4-1. InTol's about near the bottom of 4-2. Looks like he sees the exit there, so one more level for Olmec. Crunchy's just starting 4-2. We got a race, boys.
Yeah, 3 bombs for... Oh, there's some more bombs. I'm maybe not going to steal those, so I'm just going to keep going. We'll see how Olmec bomb strat's going to work here.
Yeah, that was interesting. I almost think I might have robbed that shop to get the pace and just be able to do Cascade on Olmec.
Do this 4-3.
Bit of a mummy problem here.
Oh, JC getting caught by it.
Oh, dang. Yeah, InTol was patient and waited. He's in the Olmec, 3 hearts, 3 bombs.
They have 1 or 2 ropes. I didn't see. I always wish that the resources were displayed during this Olmec.
Yeah, no, for sure. Especially you're on a good run, you're nervous, you kind of forget to look up, and yeah, he's got 2 ropes.
That's comfortable. This zoo is not
So he didn't really do the Colt strat with the 3 bombs, so he's gonna have to just let Olmec fall through the bottom here, I think. But looking pretty good. He's got kind of a weird gap here, but not too bad. A lot of spooters up there.
Spiders.
Yeah. Looks like he's got it. All right, GG InTol.
GG's. Taking the first win of the night.
All right, that was a good way to start it off. Yeah, I think for the Eurozone, it's a little early in the morning here. All right, that was a great way to start off this event. So
it's funny seeing all the red splits, even though they won. Their timer's very angry with them.
Right. Crunchy's gonna finish up here. Yeah, that was solid. I think, did InTol even take a death? He might have only had one or none, I think.
Early on in the mines, I think.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, he had that 1-4 where he had to go way back. All right, so InTol through to the semis. Crunchy's still got a chance. He'll be awaiting the results of the next 3 here, or the next 2. And next up, we've got like a really hype race.